Well, here we are back in Mittenrahm at the ongoing project of Aethruhn, the Void Breaker. I'm not entirely sure where I was last time. I think most of the lower bit here must have been done, surely. Yeah, I think I must have moved on. Had already started the interior, the lower interior, which is just one layer away from being finished. It's probably going to take another 2 days, but I am reasonably close to still being on track. If you take each quarter as ending here, I've obviously got quite a bit of building work into the next quarter, going all the way up and down, obviously. So this will actually equate to some saved time when it comes to the neighbouring quarters. Plus, certain sections have already been done. So yeah, there's a little bit toward the next quarters that need to be done. But I think it's just generally going to be 10 weeks for all of them. But yeah, it's gone, fairly well. Really not much to the interiors. Staircases proved to be a bit of a headache. They all clash one way or another. And it was bad enough up here that I had to find an alternative way to end the stairs, which just wasn't working. I could just as easily get rid of it. That would be, fine, and it's really not too late to change the entire set of stairs. It is only the one column on either side. It's not like I built the whole thing. I just don't want to get bogged down with backtracking. But yeah, obviously not a lot to show. Partly because I obviously can't go in. Kind of looks nice like this. It's a shame that the wire frame is in the way. Can't quite get the full impact. I've started to bridge like the design between these bits, which were just built externally, and this bit, which ended at the shell, and actually linking them, putting through bits and connection points, figuring out what's going to be where. I'm actually thinking about it. I know this is going to be open, so I'm not too sure how far back. I think at least this circle is going to have to be empty. See where I go from there. Today I'm obviously going to be doing this level under here. I do plan to turn it upside down, so this section will be the lower part, and then the arches will actually be at the bottom as well. It's a bit awkward internally, but I don't know. It's kind of not representative either, because the building's not supposed to be upside down. You don't come down into this level and are now walking on the ceiling. It's the right way up the whole way. Yeah, these parts of the frames really did get in the way. But anyway, oh yeah, let's take a look at the top. I think this guy may have been in place in the last video. And I'm giving him his 3 companions. And then I was very late hitting on the idea of these representative statues rather than being an ordinary one that's going to go down here. It's fully armored, represents a Grey Knight. Basically, these don't. These represent concepts, and I keep thinking that maybe they'd be better off toward the front somehow. I don't know what I would stand them on, but it would be nice if they were, because I know there's actually this framework still to go in. Something sat here. Give the whole building a oomph that's missing from this section. Given, you know, how fat this makes it added here, and the stuff on top, it might be nice to have something here. So we could sit them on that, but for now they're here, and the main issue being that they're actually blocking the tower, so you can't really see that anymore. It's kind of a little bit annoying. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Actually, before I carry on with the rest of the project, I will actually sort out the internal tree. I've done a little bit of additional work, twisting these out. I think this is where they aimed. It just leaves me needing to do a similar tree trunk coming downwards. And the upper one actually needs to be filled in. Yeah, it will be built in the same manner, just hanging down and then travelling down the central tube. And I think I still need to, alter these a little bit to match what's below, like this one is. This is stuff I'm going to need to do before I really fill in the rest of this area, because I'm going to need to be able to see some of it to some degree before I get stuck in. But yeah, that's definitely the last thing to know. Park myself with a full shot before I say it again. Get a little closer so we can see the full load in. I think that's about the right height. So it's going to get as close as we can get from here. That's obviously still got to go. Replace it with buildings. I think I mentioned that before. There's still buildings to be added here, but that's been waiting on the actual flooring to be done, which it is up to here. So I think this is the point at which I'm at. So this section, which isn't going to impact anything externally. So as soon as that's done, I will finish up the externals, take a stab at whatever it is I plan on putting in here before I begin on the next quarter, which I'm thinking maybe I can either go this way or this way rather than build the opposing quarter. I kind of want to go this way because I don't want to give the false impression that the whole thing's finished, because I built it on the front. But yeah. So finally, on that note, put myself back where I was. Should definitely be signing off and getting on a little bit more work. Anyway, so, yeah.